Yeah. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Buckmeister cool. K-Man on the track. Let's go. Shout out to FDD. Shout out to BC76. Word up. Salute y'all. I'm a mad villain. I ain't down. Mad villain when I rhyme because I wanna get evil, rock the people and make sure that all these other rappers will see through. What are you doing, dog? I take you back to Heathrow and then you can see what I throw and then you're gonna say it's Heathrows. So it is the airplane terminal that we're talking about because I'm gonna take you to the aerial route. And you're gonna see that this man raps without a doubt and without a shadow of a doubt. He can knock you out in one bout. You can talk punchlines, but I guess you don't have the time to actually craft yours because what I can see is that it's a crash course. See, my voice is never hoarse because I'm never screaming, but you see I'm never dreaming. This is the man that is teaming up with himself, cause you can see it's E equals MC squared. Yes, of course I just took it there, so I'm an MC squared. Yes, I am two of you, but I'm also four of you because I don't even know what I'm employing, dude. So I don't do mathematics, I do rhyme because I want to go and see that I am on the grind, am on the incline to rise with all caps. That's right, it's all caps when you spell my name, it would dap. What? Walk with me. Come on. Yeah. Flow over the beat because I have to just be nice like a Samaritan, but I'm gonna go and take your whole wife. That is right, I can take your life splitting it in half. You can see the wrath because I'm gonna put it on a graph. It could be never measured because it's always up and down, but that's just my rhyme flow because what I do now is I shock you and then you get used to it and then you pop and you snuggle. I'm gonna pop you all like it's some snot bubbles. Isn't he such a villain? Isn't he such a villain?
What's up, my civilization Buckmeister twice. The nice that you were used to. Bam. Yeah, we are here. We are here with Prince EA or Prince EA. I'm not sure how you say his name. I'm not sure. And he's got a Why I Love Terrorists. So for those of you that don't know, Prince EA is like a motivational speaker dude and rapper and all of that stuff and all of that wonderful stuff, which is kind of why I just went with the intro that I went with, because he's a rapper and I don't have time to make the wonderful intro that I want to make for a video like this, because and I don't have the resources either, so I hope no one's mad about that. But point being is that, yeah, he's a rapper, so I made a rapper intro. Now, getting to this video, let's see what this is about. Link is in the description down below, you know. Yes, so please go check out the original video first, give him that like, share, and subscribe, and then come back and have a good time with me. You want to do that? I believe you have. So, yeah, let's do it. Let go.
If I get murdered in a terrorist attack after or before this video is released, everything I say still stands. Okay. Yes, you read that correctly. I love terrorists. Now, before you go and send this to President Trump to have me arrested, just wait until the end of the video. I said wait until the end of the damn video. How do we love How do we love those who do not deserve it? How do we love those who commit vicious acts against innocent women and children? Well, what is love? Please allow a man much wiser than me to explain. A man who Martin Luther King nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Zen monk Thich Nhat Hanh says understanding is love's other name. For some people, love may be too strong a word. I get it. So let's use the word understand. If we want to end terrorism, then we have to get serious about understanding it. Noam Chomsky. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who the hell are you to tell me about terrorists? I know a thing or two about terrorists. Kill them all and their families. No. But you're right. You're right. Who am I to tell you anything about terrorists? I hold no government position. I don't know the ins and outs of terrorist organizations. I don't even watch the news. So please feel free to continue listening to those civilized gentlemen on television. screaming at each other.
You're lucky that you're my friend. I'd knock you out right now.
Well,
that's absolute BS.
We can take this up later.
See, what makes me different is that I know one terrorist personally. And I'll probably get into a lot of trouble for saying this, but yes, we grew up together. In fact, we all know him. And that is the terrorist that exists inside of each and every one of us. The one who latches onto a belief and destroys everything in its path in allegiance to that belief. Every terrorist attack starts in here.
Yep.
As a seed and grows into an ugly tree. You know those trees that are all twisted and distorted? You know why they look like that? It's because they started growing under stress. And they're trying to make their way through the stress up to the light. People are just like that. When we see someone with a twisted, distorted perception doing ugly, harmful things, that is because they too have been planted in a twisted, stressful environment. And they are trying to find their way up to the light. But unfortunately, they end up creating more darkness. Put your emotions and hard-heartedness aside for 1 second, and you will see that everyone is doing the best they can with what they have been given. And if you had their exact history, conditions, if their suffering was your suffering, if their level of consciousness was your level of consciousness, then you would think, act, and behave exactly as they do. What is so hard to understand about that? This is not condoning. This is not approving. This is understanding. This is love. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow puts it brilliantly. If we could read the secret history of our enemies, we would find in them enough sorrow and suffering to disarm all of our hostility. I can't be the first one who has figured this out. Terrorism is not the problem. That is a lie that has been carried out for far too long. There are no terrorists. There are people who do terrorist acts. There's a difference. When you call someone a terrorist, you become psychologically incapable of seeing the person anymore. Meaning, you no longer see the causes that created this effect. And now you only see an abstraction. And when you declare war on an abstraction, you fight a ghost and it never ends. In fact, when you declare war on anything, you will get more of it. That is the law, the rule, the truth, the certainty. Do I need to remind you how the war on drugs created more drug dealers? Well, the war on terror did the same thing. According to U.S. governmental data, following the invasion of Iraq, terrorism increased by a factor of 7, proving once again that fighting for peace is just as stupid as screwing for virginity. Yay, virginity. Let's get real. If we are to prevent terrorism from spreading, instead of promoting toughness, let's promote education. Instead of building more walls, let us build more bridges. Instead of dropping more bombs, let us create more jobs, more opportunity, more mindfulness and entrepreneurial training for young people who are the most susceptible to radicalization. So that 17-year-old kid can come up with innovative solutions to the challenges in his town that don't include AK-47s. Instead of sending troops, what if we sent food and medicine, helping with disease and hunger? What if we promoted love? Oh my God, no, we cannot do that. Why not? You know what that would do? That would change the America is evil narrative used by terrorist organizations to recruit. Thereby, their recruiting base, which relied on hatred and desperation, will dry up faster than we could ever kill it with more bombs. See, love doesn't mean that we don't protect ourselves. Love doesn't mean that actions don't have consequences or that we don't respond with a clear message. No. Love means that we do it all from a place of understanding. Because if we don't, hatred will continue to poison our response. And hatred, my friends, never ceases with more hatred, but by love alone is healed. Peace. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for watching my video about terrorism. Now, if you want more information on the solution to terrorism, then check out the links in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and thumbs up the video if you liked it, or thumbs down if you absolutely hated it. Peace.
Great video, great message. Totally agree. But I personally think you can't change somebody who doesn't want to change. You can't change a person. And I think all of these things that people were fighting for, like, I'm not trying to create any controversy, because I really like Prince EA, but I try to avoid controversy on my channel and in my life in general, because I know I can't change people. But it's got to start with the rules. When a bully's beating on you, teachers are supposed to stop it. Maybe they can't change that bully. Maybe they can't go into the home and change that bully situation. But whatever anger or hatred the bully's dealing with, it shouldn't be taken out on somebody who has nothing to do with it just because they're smaller than him. That's the crux of the issue for me. Is that it's not so much about everybody loving everybody. It's about the rules that stop those who hate from hurting the people that they hate. And I personally feel that the world should be like the internet. Yeah, this video is going to be a little bit long, but I'll just get this out there because this evoked a lot of strong emotions within me. But yeah, the world should be like the internet. White guys on the internet can call me nigger all they want, right? And I'm in South Africa, so another racial slur that's very powerful is it's kaffa, right? So people can call me that online all day. They can say what they want about me all day online. They can say all the most colorful insults they want. They can talk about my mom. They can talk about my dad. They can talk about my cousins. They don't even know my story. My cousin could have died 2 days ago, you know, but they're on the internet. They don't care. Yeah, they can talk about that. And yeah, it does make them a horrible human being. But what they can't do is stop me from progressing in life. Stop me from putting up a video, you know. Stop me from getting subs with people who like my content. Stop me from connecting with other YouTubers who like my content and who rock with me, you know. Stop me from putting out music, you know. Stop me from typing on my Facebook account. They can't hack my stuff, and simply because they hate me or they have this built up prejudice in their head, they can't stop me from advancing. See? But you know, when you get to real life and you get to all the structures and stuff, it's a headache. It's hard to talk about. It messes with you. But the point is that we need to take the structure of net neutrality and the way the net works and apply that to the systems that exist, or break down those systems and rebuild them with this kind of structure and form. Because hate me all you like. Hate me all you like. That is your right as a human being. Hate me if you want to. Hate me, but you can't stop me. And that's how I feel. Like for the terrorists that hate all of the people that they hate, they shouldn't be able to touch them. There should be rules in place. There should be an international body that deals with that and takes all of those people out that have hatred and puts them in a corner somewhere, or you know, does something with them to where they can't touch the people that hate them, and vice versa. Because the truth is, that is just the truth. There are people who out there who don't want to change. They don't. And they don't want to change. Like, Prince EA can make all of the beautiful videos and messages. I can talk for hours on end, but they just don't want to change. And that's their right. That's their right. If you want to be that, be that. But don't use that right of yours to infringe upon the right of others. And there should be a rule that allows you, a rule that stops you from doing such. like there should be a rule that the people who are homophobic can't touch gay people, right? Because if he wants to be homophobic, he's going to be homophobic. You can't make him non-homophobic. You can't reach into his head and say, you know what, take this out, put that there, now you're not homophobic. And you can't say, how can you be homophobic? It's what he wants to be. But what he can't do is now go grab a gun and start killing gay people because he's homophobic. There should be a rule, or if he does do that, he should be punished with the most severest of prejudice, the way he exercised his, and the rule should show him that if you exercise that kind of prejudice against a certain people that you dislike, we should exercise the same prejudice against you. Wow, okay, phew. This is, okay, point being is that maybe we can't create a utopia. Maybe utopia is not going to exist. Maybe where everybody holds circles and loves each other it's not going to happen. Maybe. I'm still holding out hope. I still believe it can happen, but maybe it's not going to happen. But you know what can happen? We can create a world that's fair. If anything, just a world that is fair. That has a set of rules, and the rules are fact. The rules are based in fact. The rules are based in things that have no emotion attached to them. Alright? The rules are just because of justice, not because you have a notion in your head that you believe is right. But the rules support everybody equally. Rising tide raises all ships. That's what you need. Well, that's what I believe we need. I don't know if I'm right, but that's how I feel. Oh, talking too long. Emotions! Yeah. Okay, anyway. If you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you did not, that is your business. And I'll see you all in another video because my cement's gotta be out. Peace.
It is explained by a more comedic villain, the bald-headed Doom. This villain rose to incredible new heights of money-making, revenge, and extortion. Such was the magnitude of the typical villain.
This is no answer.